You believe that there were several people, and I'm not alone as a reporter or an individual television station. Many of the folks at Oklahoma City, Channel 4, 5, and 9 think like I do, the reporters, that there were several people involved. We could find no, down there, we were communicating back and forth with reporters from different television stations. None of us ever at any time believed that Timothy McVeigh and these two people put this bomb together. You have to understand what all it takes to do that. And again, we hired a specialist, a man that worked for the military, retired for 35 years, and had credentials that was impeccable, come to Oklahoma City from Alexandria, Virginia. And he's on our tape, by the way. And he explains his position on what happened at Oklahoma City. He doesn't agree with the 3 people. It couldn't be done, he says. And he is an expert that he bought munitions for the government, designed munitions for the government, and he was a general and worked at the Pentagon. So, again, but that's another story.
Okay, well, last question, and I'll get off there because I know there's probably some more people who want to call. Do you think, just you yourself, do you think that the Oklahoma City bombing had something to do with Waco?
You know, it's hard to read the mind of Timothy McVeigh. You know, hitting on the same day, all of those things, you know, maybe psychologically there was something wrong with the man. There must have been, I mean, to even get involved in something like that. And I would say yes. I think that he did, you know, intend to do something about Waco. And again, you know, the 19th rolling around the year 2000, yeah, we could have problems again. Let's hope not, though. But there's people out there like that, and I don't know what runs through their mind. It's hard to say what would drive. You know, most people are driven in matters like this that they don't think are right, take it to the proper court, just as we did. We didn't think this was right at Waco. We took it to the proper court, the United States Congress. Now, we didn't get the result that we wanted, but not one of the people on my team wanted to take a gun out and go to firing at people. That doesn't make sense. I mean, you know, there's nobody, you know, we're not happy about what happened at those hearings, and it's 5 years later or 4 years later, and so most people don't do that. But I do believe in some testimony that he gave to Stephen Jones that we happen to know about, that it was tied to Waco, that he just couldn't get it out of his mind, and so I would say yes, it is tied to Waco.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of think so myself.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, thank you.
You bet, and thank you for the call, sir. And we're talking about Waco here. We're about out of time, though. It took so much time to go through this that we didn't have a lot of time for a lot of calls. And but at any rate, and like the gentleman said, you know, tonight I thought, well, this would be a good time. And I don't know why I thought it was a good time, but I guess because Waco has been in the news, and they're talking about all these pyrotechnic devices, and they're talking about things that, of course, I don't believe happened at Waco, but could have happened. Some of the things that they're talking about today. Maybe people, you know, I've heard on some news reports that people were trying to escape out the back of the building and FBI agents were shooting them down. Now, I've never believed that. And that theory was present at the time we were at Waco. And I just could not believe that people would do that. But there seems to be, according to one particular document that's been filed in the Western District of Texas, at Waco, Texas, the court there, a document that was filed by Ramsey Clark that would indicate that they have proof that snipers from a post called Sierra 1 shot people as they tried to escape the flames going out the back. Now, that's going to take some real proving to prove that up, I believe. But I've never felt that way about it. I don't think agents sat there and individual agents, just field agents, sat there and shot people. I don't know. I just never could think that. But then again, we come back to the point of lethal doses of cyanide being in the body and a bullet hole in the head. And you ask yourself, well, how did that get there? And then whenever you find out it's a 9mm, which they were using, on the government agents use, and that's a standard weapon for all of them, ATF, FBI, all of them, you have to ask the question, Did they just go in and make sure this guy was dead? What? You know, we don't know. But there's many, many mysteries about Waco yet. And if the truth ever comes out, maybe we'll all be shocked. I know what little I know about it. I've been shocked. And so we're out of time. That's going to conclude tonight's program. Next week, Mayor Tom Leonard will be on with me. We're going to be talking about the year 2000 and what it means to Ponca City and the residents. So you'll want to watch that show. A lot of new things coming to Ponca, and well, we hope they are. And we'll be talking about them on this show at 9 o'clock next Monday night. Also, I want to remind you, we do have this tape, Waco Incident, available. We're going to have some down here on the counter that we did in 1995. You might want to watch the tape. It's a very enlightening tape. I think we're going to put about 3 tapes down there that we did. After we did this show, by the way, this particular program, we decided to take a look at another incident that the FBI was involved in Idaho called Ruby Ridge. And again, we found things there. And again, those things that we found were taken before Congress, and we did get action there. The man in that particular story, after we aired the program and brought the story before Congress, actually Congress settled with the man and gave him $3.5 million for wrongful death. And that was after we did what we called atrocities at Ruby Ridge. And again, that was the FBI there. Now there, without a doubt, agents shot and killed an innocent, I don't know how innocent she was, but anyway, I have to assume she was innocent, but killed a woman, blew her head off with some kind of high-powered rifle, stood in a tree with a scope while she was holding her little baby in her arms. And it's an interesting story. You might want it. These tapes are $20 a piece, and we're going to have them out on the bargain barn counter out there. And then we also are going to have the bomb tape, which is basically an information tape. It's 60-some minutes long, and there will be video on it that you haven't seen before, and the video of General Parton will be on there, as well as other specialists in the field telling what they believed happened, and we'll tell you on it what we know that happened from people that we interviewed and those things at that time. So those tapes will be out there tomorrow morning. If you come in to pick up stuff, or if you will be open at 10 o'clock in the morning, if you just want to come down, you haven't bought something on the bargain barn, and you'd like to purchase one of these tapes, well, they're going to be there at $20. That's going to do it for tonight. I want to thank you all for watching. Remember, Tom Leonard next Monday night at 9 o'clock online with me, and we'll see you Monday night. Remember, Jim Robbins, he'll be on at 8 o'clock just before me, and I don't know what he's going to talk about next week. I hope it's anthrax, but I don't know. But at any rate, that's it for tonight. You all have a good evening.